Something buzzing, folks, and it ain't my butt. What is it? Oh, excuse me, got to take this call. Hell, Jim Cantori, how are you? What? Yep. Well, I appreciate that, my friend, I do. But I got something that'll warm them up better. Folks, Jim Cantori say it's going to come a big blizzard and it's going to get cold, but I have got something to warm you up. What is it? It is an authentic chicken tortilla soup. Whew. Keep you warm all winter. Hey, thank y'all for stopping by camp. My name is Cowboy Kent Rollins, and we're going to do a whole lot of cooking. And whew, I don't know if y'all know it, but winter time is here. And what warms you up more than winter time? Hey, chicken tortilla soup. Homemade. I'm not talking just throw a bunch of stuff in there by the can like some of that enchilada sauce and some of this and that. We're going to make a homemade red sauce that goes with this that, whew, it is so good. So this red sauce, and I'm telling you, this stuff is so good. This is what makes the soup. It is, I promise you that. So first of all, we're going to put us some water in a stock pot and get it to warming up. We're going to add about a teaspoon of salt in there, let it get to going, and then what are we going to do? We're going to put 2 garlic cloves and 1 onion, big old white onion, cut her right in half, throw her in there. Then we're going to take 2 of them dried ancho chilies, split them down through there, shake the seeds out of them, drop them in there. Then we're going to go ahead and take them Cascavella red peppers. Oh, take me back. I'm going to take 4 of them because I love them, I do. And I'm going to put them over in there after we shake the seeds out of them. And then a new chili that I've been really loving. Whoo, them things got some good taste to them. 3 of them little rascals, chunk them over in there. Core that tomato, okay? Slice it in half, chunk it in there too. We're going to let all this get good and tender, bring it to a boil, and we're going to let it boil for about 20 minutes till everything's just about to fall apart. Then we're going to strain it out of there, put it in one of them blenders, and we are going to blend it smooth to where it is good and creamy consistency. And put a little more salt in there if you had to. We added about 1 teaspoon more after that. Folks, this stuff will go on pancakes. It is so good. Now, while that's just sitting over there minding its own business, y'all seen me, I had 3 chicken breasts. Water in a stock pot, a teaspoon of salt, 1 garlic clove, or was it 2? We better fish. We put us 3 of them chicken breasts in there, and then we put 1 garlic clove and a serrano pepper. Now, I didn't cut it, I didn't do nothing to it, but it's going to flavor that chicken stock water to where it's oh so good. Now, I'm fixing to take that chicken out of there because it's tender, and we're going to slice it and dice it and shred it and everything else. So let's get that done, and we'll turn this chicken stock on down there to low. Now, when we take that chicken out and lay it over here on this cutting board, I ask you to bring that there serrano pepper back with you because he has done his job. If I can find him in amongst all the fog, that garlic clove will be all right. Thank you for your hard work. I appreciate it. Now, while we got that out of there, you see that beautiful red sauce right there? We're going to add all this red sauce into that chicken stock so it can go ahead and be getting good and warm. And guess what, folks? The wind blowed the fire out. So we'll take our ingenious fire stick and light it back one more time. So, well, that broth is coming back to a good hard boil there. Let's take us a fork and go ahead and go to shredding this chicken. Now, you can cut it up in chunks, but I sort of like to shred it. It makes it a whole lot better to me. Now, if you think them bites is a little big for you, cut them in half. I don't care. Big, he likes a whole bite. So, where is quality control, Shan?
He's waiting in the pickup.
Oh, he's quit early today, has he?
Yep.
He must have done punched out. Whew. That'll burn your fingers. And the hair off what? Y'all know it. I've said it many times. Burn the hair off a frog's butt. Y'all didn't know it was on there, did you? Well, you pick a frog up sometime and you look, I'll guarantee he done had hair burnt off of him. He has. Cowboy Kent Rollins, what has happened to you? Chicken recipes in 1 week? Have you got soft? Well, if you live in this camp like I do, and you had all them black cows around you every night saying, if you don't cook more chicken, we will stampede your teepee. I want Shan to turn you around there and let her look at what they did to my teepee while I was cooking. So they do mean business. Okay, it has come back to a little simmer there. So let's get this yard bird in there. Uh-oh, the beak ain't even here to pick up that crumb. Another one fell out. Hey, you need to get back on the clock. Come on, you got to go back to work. I want you to look over here. Look at what you missed, fell on the ground there. Looky there. But I do love to put me some black beans in my chicken tortilla soup. We ain't draining them, we ain't doing nothing to them. We just adding them in there. And everything needs to come back to a low boil and just sit there and love all over that chicken till all them flavors get incorporated. And we got a little secret to go with it, because if you call it chicken tortilla soup, where's the tortillas? Well, hang on, because we're fitting to make them here in just a minute, but let me stir this soup in. While that soup is getting all that loving spread out there together and everything is going good, I take me 6 or 7 of them tortillas, and you can use how many you think accordingly as to how many people you're wanting to feed. So I got me a 10-inch Dutch oven over on this propane fire, I do, and I put me about 2 cups of good manteca lard in there, because I do like to fry these in that lard, and it is getting hot as we speak. So take you a knife, and you can cut these as thin or as thick as you want them. I like them about that size right there, so they fry up and they're really good and crisp, and whew, you can even cut them in half do you want to. These little fellers at the end here sure don't get cut in half. The first 2 rows of people that's sitting on the bus get a pass. The rest of them, they're easier for me to cook this way. And make sure they're all tender, and we got to have a volunteer. We do. We throw him in the grease and wait till he goes to sizzling really well, and then we'll know that they're done. Well, you can tell the grease is hot because that little feller, he done got him a suntan all over, he did. So we're gonna chunk him right over there. I'm gonna get enough that I can get in and out of there pretty easy like. Whew, that's a good sound. You just gotta pay attention and watch these little rascals and stir them. It do not take them long to crisp up. And if you like them, when you pull them out of there, hit you a little salt on them or some of that good Red River Ranch Original. It will help things out, I promise. You can see, folks, it don't take long at all. Now I like to check one of them and see, he is crunchy and he is hot. Hang on, Big, that's pretty hot, buddy. I wouldn't be wrapping my lip around it just yet. Here come the last of the participants. All right, folks, that last batch is in. It's going to take them just a little bit, won't be long. So I got me 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and you don't have to thicken it, but you can. Now, I'm going to add 3/4 cup of cold water. Take a spoon, give it a good stirring, and let the magic begin. We'll give it a stir. While we do this a stir, this is when it helps to be ambidextrous. I don't want it to get it so thick I can't stand it, but I do want it to thicken it just a little. Now, as we're frying these tortillas here, you can cut up corn tortillas versus flour if that's what you want to use and drop them in there. That's fine with me, or you can even mix and match. Hey, more the merrier. Its own thing. While it's doing that, let me just test out this crunch. Well, it's come to that point to where the little tortilla crisp is done. And folks, you can serve them as they cool, warm right out of the fire either way, but we're gonna put them back in this hot soup, so it don't matter do they be sitting out there. Now, we need to taste this broth just to make sure do it need a little salt, pepper, or something else? But you know, folks, we done went through a whole video and we ain't used none of that Red River Ranch original, but if it needs something, that's what I'm gonna put in it. Folks, you just need a little tad of this and everything will be good in the world. Well, folks, I hope you got to see that good color, rich, dark red it is. And I mean, this stuff has so much flavor. The chicken meat in there, the black beans, I ain't even got to taste it to tell you that it is good. So you can take these and you can crumble them in there. You can just stick them in there, whatever you want to do. Now, a lot of folks going to put us some of that there cheese on there of any flavor you might want to use. Now you can use a queso fresco, you can use anything you want to. And then you can even put a dollop of sour cream and put you some avocados all across it. Me, I'm going to eat it just like this. And while that's cooling off, I think I need to tell y'all something. I get a lot of questions sometimes. What is this cowboy doing making all this Mexican food? Folks, I don't never judge people, I feed them. And what me and Shan and the Beagle do here is we try to celebrate history of food to bring people together at a table. That's what my mother told me it was always for. Get people to the table. I don't care what they are. We're all God's children, and we're going to enjoy some good eating and some fine dining, and it's going to be good. Before we go any further, folks, I need to see if the Beagle does approve of a fried tortilla chip. He ain't never had one, so this might be something new. What do you think about this? I don't know if you noticed or not, it didn't get no tail wagons, it ain't got no meat on it. So this is what I call we'll warm you up on a cold day, and the flavors are outstanding. Lord have mercy. Praise God, pass the biscuits and give me a whole bunch more of this, because this is a meal all in itself. It will bring the family together. It will warm your heart, your soul, and your stomach, because it got just a little bit of bite in it. Now, if you think it's a little too hot for you when you make this, or you think it's going to be, leave out one of them little chili ardon. Don't take them in there. Just use 2 or something. You don't have to use them all. But folks, this stuff right here, put a little warm in your belly. It'll fight off the coldest of days. The smokiness of the chipotle peppers, and then the taste of those others blended with the onion and garlic and the tomato as the base to give it that rich color. This is fine dining, all in its own. You take them black beans, dump them in there, and you get these little crispy rascals to go with them right here. It's a happy meal. Don't come in a sack. No, it come in a bowl. That's what it's for. It is all in the eating, and the eating is good. We thank you so much for stopping by here, me and Shannon the Beagle. It means the world to us. We never take it for granted that you watch these videos, and we ask you to always be sure and share the food and the video. Be sure you hit the subscribe button if you ain't subscribed. Thank our veterans and all our servicemen and women for keeping that flag flying over that wagon so that I can do exactly what I want to out here and be free and safe. From our camp to yours, God bless you each and every one, and we'll see you down the chicken tortilla crunchy trail.